Action movie star Bruce Willis's family sharing a health update on the beloved actor, saying, quote, "Since we announced Bruce's diagnosis of aphasia in spring of 2022, Bruce's condition has progressed, and now we have a more specific diagnosis, frontotemporal dementia, also known as FTD."
Willis's family hopes that by sharing this diagnosis, they will raise awareness for the illness. Behavioral neurologist Dr. Bruce Miller joins us now. Dr. Miller, good morning.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to talk with you this morning.
Well, thank you. We definitely want to raise awareness of this. He's 67 years old, and I'm reading that FTD cases occur usually between the ages of 45 and 64. That seems very young. Tell us more about this.
Yes, this is the most common cause for dementia in people under the age of 65. So it's not surprising that someone would get this illness at a very young age. And I can just only offer a real tribute to Bruce Willis and his family for coming out and talking about this very sad and tragic, but very important problem.
You know, Doctor, you're absolutely right. It is important. And, last year, a lot of us had never heard of aphasia. And then because he had it, we looked it up and we started worrying about that. Tell us a little bit about the symptoms for this kind of dementia.
Yes, this is a disease that hits the front part of the brain. So unlike Alzheimer's disease, where memory is primarily affected, with frontotemporal dementia, we see changes in behavior. When the disease is more on the right side of the brain, we see more apathy, sometimes disinhibition, loss of executive control, inability to multitask. Addictive behaviors are very common. The left side in the front is what's responsible for the aphasia, the language. So it sounds like both sides, are affected when someone has aphasia and FTD.
Dr. Miller, is there anything we can do to prevent something like this or try to
stave it off?
This? Exactly.
Yes, I think there's quite good data that even in people who have a genetic form of this, which accounts for about 15%, if people stay active mentally, exercise, even the genetic forms can be slowed down and staved off. So I think healthy lifestyle is really a theme here.
It's interesting that you said remain active mentally. My grandma, to the day she died, did crossword puzzles for that reason. And now a lot of people do things like Wordle and stuff like that.
Books. My grandmother read books.
Sudoku, things like that. Are those the kind of things you're talking about?
I think, yes, very individualized. I think there's no single thing that is perfect, but I think doing things that you love, whether it is reading, music, singing, playing piano, these are all, I think small measures. They're not the cure.
Right.
The cure, we think, is coming, but we're a little ways away from that.
All right.
Oh, it's just devastating, but his family is remarkable to be able to do this and raise awareness.
Dr. Bruce Miller, thank you very much for sharing your expertise on this.
I'm so delighted to be with you. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for sharing this story.
You bet.